the prohibition of the plant is more harmful to her children, to all of our children, than the plant could ever be. And it is just, it's such a broad statement. It's so true.
Absolutely. And that's what parents really should understand when they're talking to their children about marijuana. You know, with proper education and appropriate discussion, our children are going to make smart choices. But we need to be talking to them about not using marijuana until they are adults, about not using marijuana or alcohol until they're adults, but about the fact that alcohol is far more dangerous than marijuana on every objective measure. And the prohibition of marijuana as opposed to the ready availability of alcohol in our culture creates systems where our youth, and especially our daughters, are at great risk.
Yes. Betty, are you there?
I am, sorry. I
okay.
kind of stopped.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. I thought that I lost you. If you want to pick up, okay. And, you know, I have to point out, too, that there's a lot more risk-taking behavior associated with alcohol than there is marijuana use. I've seen it firsthand. I've heard it said. It is it's a statement that rings very true to me.
Sure. I mean, there are many ways in which marijuana is objectively safer than alcohol. You know, one of them is, of course, in terms of our health, in that, you know, binge drinking and chronic alcohol use contribute to significant and often fatal health problems. Another is in terms of the increased risk behaviors and the lack of judgment that we use when we are consuming alcohol. And another is in terms of how other people are behaving around us when they're using alcohol. And go to any party on any campus, and I'm sure that you'll see people becoming more aggressive, more violent, and more prone to engage in behaviors that are dangerous for others in the room.
Sure, and more out of character to themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And, you know, I think we also have to take a look at not only the use of marijuana and how prohibition would benefit our children, but let's take a look at the environmental part of it as well. When we come to utilizing it as fuel, you know, we're creating a better world for them, a cleaner, you know, more industrial world. So I tend to look at the big picture and really push for it on that on those notes as well. I just think that personally, oh God, now here I am getting lost. that you know, if you're looking for homeopathic remedies, if you're looking for a more environmentally sound world, and you're looking for safer communities, we can contribute positively to all of those aspects with one signature, and that is just decriminalization.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing how big the picture really is. Now, you not only, in the women's marijuana movement, you not only have women, but you do have men members as well, correct?
We do, absolutely. We invite both women and men and people who don't fit either gender binary to join us in support of our mothers and daughters and professional aunts like myself who are concerned about the impact that marijuana prohibition has on women and who want to get involved in empowering women's voices in this movement.
Oh, that is so wonderful. Now, you mentioned the website to where our listeners could go if they wanted to contribute to the campaign. tell me about some of the things that you're looking for. Do you need anyone who's specific to any profession? What are you looking for right now in terms of volunteers? What would you like people to contribute? What efforts?
We have opportunities for people both in Colorado and across the nation to get engaged in the dialogue, specifically with people that they know in Colorado, but also sharing that message more broadly. Very soon we'll have a phone bank available where folks can log right in and make phone calls to Colorado voters. We have the opportunity for folks to send emails to their friends and family in Colorado and elsewhere if they really want to get that message out. And we're focusing right now on raising the dialogue in Colorado. So for those Coloradans who are listening, I'd encourage them to visit regulatemarijuana.org and check out the different ways that they can get involved. And if there are folks who are interested in volunteering on a more extensive basis, they can click through to talkitupcolorado.org, which is our volunteer hub, and get more engaged that way. We're particularly looking for women, of course, to be talking about this issue because we know that when women are talking about it, people are listening. So we encourage any women in Colorado who are listening now to visit the site and think about how they'd like to become involved. We've, of course, got an extensive on-the-ground field campaign where we've got people out at events, canvassing neighborhoods, knocking on doors, and doing all of that traditional campaign work. We're also encouraging women in Colorado to develop their voices as advocates and become more engaged writers on the issue, both online and in print, media in their communities, for example, by writing letters to the editor, things like that. And we've got all sorts of different unique volunteer opportunities available for folks. So I encourage people to check out the website if they're interested.
Great. Yeah, because we're all about encouraging people to do their part. I do believe that, even if you don't want to get out there with a sign on the street corner, go sign a petition. If you don't want your name, logged somewhere, donate some money. There's always something that you can do to help the cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
And simply logging into our phone bank system from wherever you are in the United States is a great way to help make a few phone calls. It only takes a few minutes. You can squeeze it in over your break or your lunch period. You don't necessarily have to commit to an enormous number of hours.
Right. Yep. Yeah. It can be so simple. It can be as simple as forwarding some emails. So
absolutely.
That's what I always say. Do something. When I started this, I did not know what to do. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do something, and had the wild idea to do this radio show. And, here we are in our second season, which we're very blessed to have the guests that we've had, you yourself included. I've just had the opportunity to speak with such wonderful souls. It's been quite an honor for me, and I'm just happy to provide a platform for people who are so dedicated and really have their heart in it to be able to get their message out. So, well, are there any parting thoughts that you would like to leave us with? Anything that I have not covered for you that you would like to get the message out on?
I do hope that folks will visit both the Women's Marijuana Movement website at womensmarijuanamovement.org. You can also join us on Facebook. Check out some of the testimonials and hear about why it is Colorado's women are excited about changing marijuana policy here. At regulatemarijuana.org, you can learn more about the campaign. You can also join the campaign on Facebook as well, of course. And we need help. We would love to have the engagement of folks both in Colorado and across the nation. And so I hope to see some new names come through of our phone makers and folks who are sending emails with us. But Jen, I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to reach out via your radio show and to have this conversation, which has been wonderful. And I'd like to wish all the moms out there a very, very happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you so much, Betty. It was our pleasure to have you. Well,
Wonderful.
and I want to, yes, and you have a wonderful day yourself, and happy Mother's Day to your mother and your sisters and all of the little mommies of the nieces and nephews that you have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Betty. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.